Hello and welcome back to Third Age Total War Divide and Conquer, where we continue on with our Lindon campaign. Where we had left off, we had begun attacking Corwillishaw from moving Gildor and a few units of our middle tier and even better tier, Lindon Mariners. And and by the end turn we'll be taking that by force or otherwise. We had also claimed Bree, beating what remnants remained, defeating the false Gandalf, and defeating the once well-known Council Andy, defeating Ash and Alderaan alone. Very small army inside of Mengelan. However, once we claim Mengelan, consider the barrow whites as a threat. Even though they may not be too much of a threat for us right now, we can very quickly upgrade Mengelan to a town, and then have it, if it's not already a town, we need to upgrade it to a town and then get the restored crypts. If we can't do that, we'll have to give it over to the Dunland. Otherwise, Mengelan is a place where we're very weak in defences and are going to get assaulted by barrow whites. We also made peace with Enedwife after we had claimed Siduri from them, and we got 10k in the process, so hung along with those results. And we have to claim Mengelan to claim another 1500 of our treasury. We've also begun building Sindar archers, so that we can begin building for once the Umbar invasion prepares itself for Mithlond. If we are not ready, we will surely be defeated. As for Captain Douglas, however you want to pronounce it, I'm going to send back units of our cavalry to Blegost to help protect it against any incursion, while Dolvorn is being protected by the Sindar guards, the Teleri guards, and bowmen. And we have 2 Teleri guard and 2 Lindon Mariners, which are about to take Corwillishaw. Most likely keep one of the guards inside, or we can move. Oh yeah, we're going to have a Norion with us, so the weakest of the units will be used as the garrison of Corwillishaw if they don't mind us having a small garrison inside. Then once we have Karas Nernaled, we're protecting Dolvorn and a lot of other regions at the same time. In fact, shall we start it with just attacking Alderaan? Here and now, prepare to end it. Yeah. Here we go. The last of the Bree-landers held up in the Barrow Downs. If we get a chance, you and me will slip off and get set up somewhere on our own, somewhere where there's good loot nice and handy and no big bosses go about to shag rats. And that is a image of the Noldor who had come to Valinor through the ships of the Teleri and are burning them. So then here we don't really need any of our infantry. We have a cavalry on speed dial if our enemy attempts to move out of the city, and actually have them spread out a bit so they can't get shots. Move in. Set up the cav. There he is. Council Master Alderaan. Oh wait, no, he may be the Council Master. Let's have a look at him again. Oh my god, they look exactly the same. Oh, there's no real way to distinguish them. Maybe their sword, their shield. No, they're exactly the same. So one of them is Ash, the other one is Alderaan. We are going to find out with our cavalry. Move up my archer line further forward. I'm going to shoot down the units that remain in the fortress. Fortress, I mean town. Small encampment. Go in. 76. 73, and we lost quite a few in the process too. Fight those Bree-landers. Archer militia, that's it. Fire at the Bree-land bodyguards and fire at the merchant cavalry. I know the Greenway cavalry is probably a big target. Get out and then go back in. There goes the Hobbitry in arms. All that's left of the Bree-land bodyguard. Oh, they're all starting to panic now, all joining together. Their first mistake. Never clump up like that against archers. Already killed off a quarter of their army and we only lost 1%. Pretty good ratio right there. The last of the woodland hunters. One more to go. And they're down. Bodyguard charge in. Our cavalry, they then realise they've left their flanks exposed, and there they go. Rounded the Bree-land militia attempt to aid them, run away, or they can surround us. Also applying a very strong hammer and anvil technique. Killing over half the Bree-land bodyguard that remained.
If we continue like this, we will
still able to escape.
Only half the enemy force remains.
That's our ammunition. Then I'll consider charging them proper. Currently losing only 2%. That's a good ratio for me. They're 13, no, over 60% now. Charging to the militia again. Out.
The battle is very much
now it's our time to charge in.
Victory will be ours.
With the archers. Mariners charging through there. The long spears charging through here. And cast power of the Eldar. Now it's just a matter of time before victory is ours. The last battle with the Bree-landers, the first faction to die in this glorious campaign. I must admit, it is going really well very quickly.
Enemy general lies dead.
Like I said in the past, the fact we're not fighting the Blue Mountain Dwarves does give us a massive advantage. And I feel like we're never going to be fighting them either. I must admit, I wasn't expecting to go from we're going to fight the Dwarves for Everluin. There's no question about it. To yeah, we're not going to worry about them anymore. We've got bigger fish to fry. To be honest, I don't like fighting the Dwarves. And to be honest, in this game, it's just so annoying having to try and kill off just to fight Dwarves, because it's normally just an endless slog. It's almost worse than having to fight Mordor in some respects. So how many? We lost 77. Healing only 14. Cavalry we lost. Our cavalry took the biggest hit here. But that is not such a big problem as it may sound. 3 reasons. 1, the only faction we really needed to use the cavalry against was the Bree-landers and Enidwife. 2, now that one of them is destroyed and that we've made peace with, the cavalry are no longer as essential. And the third reason for that is because Dunland have a lot of anti-cavalry. Even though a good cavalry charge here and there is good, it's not important enough to have big cavalry armies or to house large units of cavalry. Plus they were expensive as hell, so we've definitely cut down on the costs of everything. And Mengelin is ours. Say farewell to the last of the Bree-landers. You'll see them again in the future. This campaign, a special collection of barbarians has been eradicated thanks to your decisive leadership. They may be forgotten, but the legacy of your realm's might continues, though mighty conquests shall not. Now claiming Mengelin. We're a long way away from getting the settlement up. Which is unfortunate because that means we have to fight off a lot of barrow. Oh, that's good. Worse than that, Mengelin makes us literally no money. 2 reasons. Middle of bloody nowhere. And it's currently being assaulted, technically being assaulted by barrow-wights. And as a village, unlike in the Shire regions, it's even when it's upgraded, Mengelin, the whole purpose of Mengelin is to purge it of the barrow-wights, or if you're Angmar, to claim the barrow-wights for your own. First, Angmar is the only faction that can hit the barrow-wights. I may be wrong on that, so I am fairly certain. Yep, just like that. Like I said, or like I've said so many times now, it actually sounds stupid me just keep saying it. Bree didn't stand much of a chance against us. Even in the Angmar campaign, we noticed very quickly Bree fell to the might of both Lindon and the Dunland. And first then they were fighting Dunland too, which could have also led to their defeat. Talking about Dunland, they've got a nice patch of land we need to claim. Once we've claimed all of it, we can begin constructing the Eldalin Way.
Elves.
But of course, by the time we've got those regions, it's too late to try and get the Eldalin Way to protect us from the Umberim. We only hope the Sindar and the Teleri are enough. And they will be. They will be. Sindar, Teleri, and the Lindar will be more than enough.
Elven warriors.
Protect us against these barbarians coming our way. A few years' time.
Elves.
So check the diplomats. Have they done everything? Oh yeah. Got. Oh, my diplomat is right over here. Where is he? Oh. Notar, there you are.
Your orders. Yes. Without
Then you're down
question.
to talk with
Stop
Hadad.
in here. I shall continue
So my
tomorrow.
second diplomat will be around. Yes, there we go.
Yes, my lord.
Looking at Dorwinian.
If only I could.
That's a show off.
As
Look
you
at that. They're already being attacked at Santanwi. I mean, their general's bodyguard are decent. 74 soldiers that can have those stats are pretty good. The only thing is though, that's it. There's no special caveat to them. They're not armor piercing. They don't frighten enemies. They don't inspire. They're just there. And compared to, I can't show it here because they don't have a general here. The generals of Rune are literally, in every sense of the word, better. They have more damage, I'm fairly certain. They have armor piercing on their attacks. They've got better armor because that's what they can do. Obviously, the high paladins can be upgraded to look more like that of the Avari. And that defense boost is quite substantial. But still, it's...
Yes.
I want to see Dorwinian succeed in one of these campaigns. I really do. Even if it means I have to play as them myself. I want to see Dorwinian succeed for once.
Without question.
This is the third campaign where they've just been completely overshadowed and forgotten. Oh, it's ridiculous. Either Rune needs fine-tuning or Dorwinian needs fine-tuning. I don't care which. As long as it can... there's a better war going on in the east. Right now, Rune just beats Dorwinian without even... literally, they beat them without even lifting a finger. It's sad. But anyway, we wasted enough time in one turn. Let's now end the turn. About to claim Core Willishar. and begin the war with the wild men of Dunland. They don't begin the war with us first. Yep, the first faction to go is Bree. It's a nice change of pace. It means Dorwin isn't the first faction to go. Oh, I'm sorry, Dorwin. I really am. I want you to be good. I want you to be good beyond anything else. Because they really are a unique faction. They're very much like Bree as well. In fact, they have the choice between more military or more economic. Except I think Dorwini needs a bit more fine-tuning in their new thing, because even though it's... Oh yeah, they're coming straight for Dorvorn. And lucky, Bondum's about to get taken. Wait. Oh, they lost a lot. Ooh, no. Have they just lost everything? Or they managed to beat down everything by losing everything? Either way, ooh. They took damage. That's for people that are about to take damage. This could actually be a bit difficult. The lumbermen, their stats are quite good. Hunters are the main priority. We need to send one unit into. And finally, the cell swords are the main problem. We surround them, and the victory should be ours.
Wipe the blight from this land.
I beheld the last combat on the slopes of Orodruin, where Gilgalad died and Elendil fell, and Narsil broke beneath him.
Units,
Well then.
swords, drop the ram.
Wait for them to come to us by simply walking away. Want them to come to us, not us come to them. Because then they've also got those towers, and yeah, those cell swords alone can fight for a long time. The further away we can go, the further we can keep them from their towers and their defences, the better chance we have of success. Of the artillery guards to the very side. The mariners take that side. And then have Gildor in the centre. And the guards to strike down the hunters as quick as possible. These mariners move for the lumbermen. You move for the hunters. Go there. Okay. Knights of Elbereth, guide us. This is around the cell swords.
The battle is very much in our favour.
They've been fully encumbered. Couldn't have much of a chance. The lumbermen have already been taken down to minuscule numbers. And do not mess with the Lindon long spears. They've proven time and not the long spears, the Lindon mariners. They've proven time and time again why they are such a strong, efficient unit. Now it's time for the Thalassalours to do exactly the same thing. Within my general's bodyguard.
Half the enemy force remains.
Oh, we've got some routers. And we've got the Woodland Hunters on the ropes. There goes their general. And that should be it. They're not routing, they should be routing.
Behold how
Yep.
I'll be awed by the victory
We may have lost
we won
74.
here today.
But in the end, the victory was ours. Now the elves made many rings, but secretly Sauron made one ring to rule over all of the others, and their power was bound up with his to be subject wholly to it. That's obviously an image of a barrow white, residing within the barrow downs of Cardolan. I'm currently recording this, for those that don't know, I couldn't guess. I'm a bit tired because I'm recording this a little late at night.
Claim it for the free peoples.
because tomorrow morning I'm going to be very, very busy. I won't be able to do any recording. So it's either get this done today, or get this done Thursday, or just fall behind getting on my schedule. I've got the Aaron Lewin video out as well, by the time this video will be out. And there's spies. For them out later. Siduri's been prepared, and Dunland is attempting to besiege Lindon again. Oh dear. I've no idea what's in Douglas's army.
For the light! Onward!
I do know it means no good.
Elves! They will not see us.
There's Captain Hamler as well. I don't like the concept of it, but it's maybe the only way around it. I'm going to have to auto-resolve in Dunland whenever they attack, because otherwise the game will just crash. Dunland's still very bugged. We can get mines for 275, that's pretty good. Close to getting... Oh, actually, what's keeping us together? Governor's influence. Okay, so Gildor can't move from Corwillishaw for a while, which leaves the rest of our regions rather unsafe. So either we leave England, which means we have to kill off these barrow whites first. Yeah, we can't leave those barrow whites over there. We can defeat them, but whatever we leave in Mengelin, it can't be important.
I shall continue tomorrow.
It cannot be for any reason important. And I think it's going to have to be one of the units of cavalry.
Yes, my lord. Follow me.
I guess I can't then. Oh dear. How's Bree currently holding out? Take away 30, that'll be 175. Oh. So let's actually test some things. So if I set this down to low, it's 205. I take out Galdor, it's 70. I put in a unit of Sindar cavalry, that's our gravely wounded. It goes 75%. As the culture increases, that will slowly build up, which means I can move Galdor to Mengelin. No, I can't risk Galdor's life like that. No, no, no. What's Mengelin's current 51%? Moving a unit of Lindon Longspits. 65%. That didn't help at all. No, Gildor's going to have to stay in there for a bit, I think. And Galdor's going to have to stay in there. So this army, they'll have to attack the barrow whites. They'll attempt to run. What units are currently slowing us down? There's the whole army. Oh dear, I made some mistakes, haven't I?
Follow me.
It will be an honor defeating you.
Put out the archers.
For the light.
How about Galdor? How far can he move? He still move far, but will it be a foreign? No, no, no. Not risk it. It's not risk it for that biscuit. So take out. Leave Gildor. Oh, actually no. Gildor will still reach. Hit the long spears and the mariners back. Mengelin. Hit the rest to attack the barrow whites. We'll fight this and attempt to get everyone back into Mengelin. But he saw that all his host in the valley was in a rout, and the dwarves went this way, and that's slaying as they would. So, can't leave Gildor behind. I don't know. We have to leave a general in Mengelin, but in doing so, we're risking that general's life when we move the rest of the army out to take Trife away from the landings. So it's all a question of, can we risk it all against these barrow whites? Either way, let's start shooting them. I say shoot. They're not actually shooting anything. Okay, let's just start shooting the barrow whites down. As you can see, the main weakness of the barrow whites, if I didn't already mention it enough in the Angmar campaign, is archers. They have very little armor. They are focused solely on defense skill. Their armor piercing, their frightening, and their high defense skill makes them extremely efficient fighters in battle. But if they are left out in the open with no cover, no meat shields, they will very easily dwindle to archers.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost
It's always
half
been that
their
way.
men.
It's always been that way, and it always will be that way for warriors that have higher defense skill than they have armor. They are more susceptible to archer fire than any other units. For that reason, they should always be given something to use as a meat shield. Even though they have decent armor, because they've got the old chainmail from their past lives as Dunland, they are still very weak. Without a shield, without even heavy armor. Let's have a quick look at their stats so you can get an idea of exactly why I'm saying these things. 6 armor out of 20 total defense. So the second they get into melee, they really do just take the breath out of your lungs. They really are that scary. If left alone for long enough. Also, cavalry charges are effective against them because it's a charge they can't always defend against. Infantry, they excel against. They excel against any infantry, but obviously some infantry are more effective against them than others. That was killing a general, I believe. Another thing to note, if it wasn't already obvious, they have locked morale. They will never run. They do not have the foresight or the intelligence to run.
Is very much in our favor.
They're very similar to the Vampire Count's Town Wraiths or just any of their other units. The fact that they have no will to rout. They've all lost their free will as human beings. They are no longer human. They are undead spectres in a way.
This is a clear victory.
They're only losing 3. A new hour comes. Isildur's bane is found. Battle is at hand. The sword shall be reforged. And which sword do they mean? Very obvious. They mean Narsil, which is known as the Flame of the West. Andriel, the Flame of the West. Holding Mengelin is a option I cannot accept. And in fact, I know what I'm going to do. Again, as I've already said in the past, I don't care if I cheat around my diplomats because they're diplomats. They're supposed to be just moved around at will. Well, to be honest, I could just make a new diplomat, but having a third diplomat is just it's just too much micromanaging for me. So where's Ithridotar?
Your orders.
I'm gonna move him up to here. Have him speak with a Dunland. Character Ithridotar. 193 38. 193. I'm too tired of this.
Good to see you, my friend. How can we help?
I would like to give you Mengelin. I don't know how long you'll hold it for, but you're rich, so I want some money out of this. 10k sound efficient? Oh, you offer me more, eh? 15,000.
How conceal our... Well, that seemed fruitful. Farewell.
Oh, thank you, Dunland. You have made a generous offer. And the... Oh my... What? What? What did I just do? How? Okay. Okay. Not only did I somehow manage to give AI Dunland bodyguards, which are meant to have different... Oh, God. It's those small things. It's just the small things that make me laugh about this game.
Elves, by the light of Elbereth.
But do you have any other units in there? I guess not.
Sire, over here. For the light.
Galdor shall remain in Bree until the time where he can move freely again, or once we have high enough culture to begin making our own units from within Bree.
Come, my brothers.
For now, Kurdan would be more than enough, more than efficient. We're moving an Orion to Willishar. Unfortunately, we are going to be stuck at Willishar for a while. The sooner we can get to Matrife and everywhere, and to Argon and to Karas Nernaleb, we are protecting our borders and expanding them. So currently we hold 14 regions out of the 50 we require. Once we have Matrife, Argon, Karas Nernaleb, maybe Keloniak, and both sides of Farbad will hold a total of 20 regions. So we are really racing far ahead of this. We really are racing far ahead. Like, I'm fairly certain we're actually going at a speed I don't really like. We're doing this far too quickly. Oh, it's hilarious. We really are doing so well. Actually hard to believe it so well. In such a little time as well. And this is only turn 68 and we hold almost 20, soon to hold 20 regions. Oh, it's just so shocking when I think about it. I never would have suspected it. Of course, once we cross the river, cross into Enedwaith, and then into Imladris, that's going to be another solid 10 to 15 regions to claim. Then there's Isengard, there's another 5, and then all of Gondor. Yeah. This campaign is going to it's still going to last a while. I'm not saying we're approaching the end already.
Yes, my
we are still far away from that. I'm saying now we are closer to the end than I would have first believed. I honestly thought it'd take us. It will probably take us up to the Umbar invasion to get the 20 regions. Still, we're so close to getting halfway already. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yes, my lord.
That's what I love about these campaigns. They're so, everything is so weird, and things can just happen that you don't expect. But anyway, it feels like we've been doing this for about an hour now, and it's only been 2 turns. Let's pick up the pace a bit. I see the Enedwaith longboats have been leaving our shores, knowing now that we are no longer a threat to them. Oh no, we are a threat, but we're no longer foes. Besides, Enedwaith has enough problems dealing with Isengard and Dunland before they can deal with me. I'm talking about things that need to be dealt with. Dunland's about to attack me, right? Right in Dolvorn. Really trigger me. I'm going to have to auto-resolve to kill them off. Here we go. Isengard and Dunland. Let me guess, you want me to pay you some money or you'll attack me? But guess what, you'll just attack me anyway, won't you? Nope, you try to bribe me. And cue the sad music. I'm actually lost for words. I am actually really lost for words. What the is happening now? There's no way they could have noticed that Reiner Rhinantian is there. There's no way they could have known.
One of your own captains.
Rune are allied to Mirkwood, which again just supplies me with facts that Rune is going to be going straight into the deserts. It's unfair. It's only me that has the right to go in and take all the deserts when I play as Rune. Oops, spoiler alert. No, not yet. There's no guarantee I will be playing them next. And that's what I feared. The Barrowites immediately turn after, just getting a new full stack of a new army of Barrowites attacking Captain Aldreithir. But still, these 3 Dunedain bodyguards are not to be taken lightly. They are really strong. Not only have they got armor-piercing missiles, but they're just badass. Looking at what we can make for... I guess the main thing we just make is just more culture for the art gallery. We could also get the armory, but that's just wasting money. Because right now, Bree is never going to get attacked. It never will. From now on, it is never going to get attacked.
Follow me.
Unless the Dunedain just suddenly make war with us, we are never going to lose Bree. So, culture. We can't get a upgrade to our Mason's Hall because they've already got the hall for that. So let's have a look at the great history here. Increase in population growth, experience bonus, troops trained here. Okay, that's very high as well. A bonus experience for cavalry. So cavalry are made stronger here. So we do actually want culture.
Come, my brothers.
Yeah, so I haven't seen an upgrade to our tier 2 in the Warriors Guild. It doesn't actually say how to make them either. I only hope that the Obs and Lodges didn't beat us to it. That would be annoying. And we've got the Hall of Music building in Niflon, so we can get some more upkeep and more units. Improvements. We still haven't built the roads in Arlon yet, but that could be good. Increases law. So on. We can now actually take these down a few notches so they can build up their population again. In fact, how far is Holland away? 9,000. Let's get the Builders Guild house. Master Builders Hall. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Why can't I build the Builders Guild house? Breathe then. Have a look. Master Builders. Oh, Bree could. I knew it. I knew Bree couldn't upgrade. I knew it. Like, I had that itching feeling in my chest that it couldn't upgrade. I knew it. Oh, because they're trapped. Oh, it's a city. Okay. That makes slightly more sense as to why I can't upgrade. Okay, so we now know Bree can't upgrade for the fact that we can't get the thing above the Builders Guild house. Yeah, we can't get the Builders Guild house here. It requires to build along a large city, but if we can't make it, how can we upgrade it? Am I right or am I right? Anyway, let's get to this bit. Haven Master Kurdan, Conqueror of Bree, has an even longer title than Overlord Agenauer, who was the conqueror of Goblin Town. That was a long title on its own. No, it was a conqueror of Dane's Halls that he last had. No, Scourge of Kaz Galathon, that was it, I remember now. He became the Scourge of Kaz Galathon. That was the longest title in the game I've ever seen. In that time, the stronghold and refuge of Imladris that men called Rivendell was founded by Elrond Half-Elven, and long it endured after Eregion's fall. Did you actually know that Galadriel for a time lived in Eregion? At least believe it was Eregion. But after she felt the deception of Sauron, who was of course at the time Tar Myron, she left before he came back and began making her home in Lothlorien. Being not just a Vanyar elf, but probably known as the most beautiful of elves who have ever existed on Middle-earth. Obviously, some could speculate that the third son of Finwë, I think it's Finwë, the father of Fëanor, third brother Finarfin, was the most beautiful of all the Vanyar elves, and Galadriel being in that statistic because she is herself a Vanyar elf. I think she's either granddaughter or niece of Finarfin. I can't remember the actual family tree. It's so hard to remember family trees of people that have existed for almost all of Middle-earth's, or all of Arda's history. It really is. After a while, it just becomes so fluid, it just gets hard to remember everything. That's a proper way to say it. All fluid. Too much to remember. It seems our ally won't be helping us in this battle, but we don't need them.
We bring spears from Midland.
We are the Teleri, and we will not surrender to any undead, orc or otherwise. The long spears stand a good chance against the barrow wights because one, they're pikemen,
The battle is very much in
and
our
because
favor. Victory
pikemen
will
do
be
well
ours.
against most infantry, we are more likely to succeed. Not guaranteed. We only lose a lot of our long spears. As said, even though the long spears are good pikemen, they haven't exactly got massive pikes like the Rudar pikemen. Or even the Imladris Guard. The Imladris Guards are Unati style pikes. They're probably the most dangerous. First Legions are the most
The enemy
effective.
are badly bloodied.
Rudar
They have
pikemen
lost
are the
half
most
their
rudimentary, but also their tier, they are the strongest because obviously in human wise, the strongest would be the Fountain Guard. But the Rudar pikemen still hold a candle close to them. They are not weak by any regard. They are actually really strong. And I wish they were given more credit for it. Rudar pikemen often win me almost every game I play with the Northern Dunedain or Angmar. Obviously not on their own. I have a lot of units that help in those regards, but still, they play a very key part in the early game. Just because of their ability to just hold the line against almost any foe. Even trolls have a hard time getting through them. If you've got a strong enough pike wall and strong archers defending them and not killing them. That's always a thing. Don't let your pikemen kill your own units, or don't let your archers kill your own pikemen. Then the pikemen may not trust you. You need that trust.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his
But
troops
the detail on them is so nice. I love what I keep saying it. I'm just going to keep saying it over and over again. I love the detail they put onto these, the Teleri. Clear victory, we lost 84 to protect our ally. The spider suddenly gave it up and followed them no more, but went back disappointed their own colony. Luckily, if by some random chance, the barrow wights do just keep coming back. And they do defeat the Dunedain. The barrow wights will never move out of Mengeland. Once they hold it, they will never move out from it. I hope. I sincerely hope that that's the case. Now, of course, is Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, and the rest marching for the Black Gates. I believe that is the ruined city of Kailandros in the background because of those large mountains. Either way, we're moving down from a trife. And we can now send a spy over to have a look at Barbad. Wow, they really left a very little to defend their borders, didn't they? When can they build a Carpenter's Guild house? Okay. Okay. Give them credit where it's due. The Wildmen do have some stuff that makes them valuable. Anyway, we're going to get Rhinantian to Dol Vorn one way or another. If Douglas won't get out of the way, we'll force him out of the way. To do it, we just want to make sure there's a sizable garrison inside, so Enedwife doesn't get ballsy and attempt to attack us. Other than that, Círdan's moving from a trife and can soon continue his attacks through Caras Nerneled, Argon, etc., etc.
Yes, my lord. Sire.
Yeah, just sending out Gildor out alone makes it so Corwillishire can't defend itself, or can't keep itself under wraps in public order. As I've already said, I never send out an army without a general if I can avoid it, and there's no reason why I'd want to send out these units just to attack. Also, I'm fairly certain it's one of my house rules I can only use unless they're units travelling to a certain settlement. I can't let my units go anywhere to attack anywhere without a general. Even if it wasn't one of my house rules, I'm now making it one. So, I think we now can't do anything with the Shire. It really is a shame. Everyone seems happy. Oh, we can start building some Mitchell W. Look at the armourer. Then we have a chance of getting that higher tier of Smithing Guild better, or Warriors Guild, wherever it's called. I just call it Smithing Guild because you can get the Celebrimborium plate from it. Because basically you're getting your own White-King Myrmidine somewhere else. Obviously you can't get the Smiths of Eregion. That's the main power that comes from White-King Myrmidine. Our empire is already expanding all the way through through Bree-land and the Shire. Has already claimed the borders to the Sea of Eriador. And then to the south is Enedwife. And then the rest of Arnor and Eriador belong to current allies and future enemies. Obviously, I'm not saying we're going to go to war with the Dunedain. I'm saying we're going to war with Dunland and Imladris. It's already been said. I'm going to keep saying it. We are going to war with Imladris. The only reason I wouldn't want to go to war with Imladris is if the Dunedain, for some reason, decides to make peace with them. Okay, Dunlandings, what do you want? Okay, they've just decided to go back again. I am so lost. Why are they not attacking me? I want them to attack me. I want them to try and beat me up so I can beat them up harder. Oh, they vex me so. Oh, they vex me. Moria's under siege again, so that means the Orcs and Moria, the Khazad-dûm are at war again. Yep. That didn't take long. Or we can get some more Phalas Lords. Great. Need them. And the Ballista. As I already said, Ballistas may seem underrated, but Against other siege equipment, they do work. So send out the Cinder and the Lindon long spears to Dunland, and the rest of the bowmen remain at Harland.
Yes, sir. Full sails.
Yeah, we just recruited a lot of units. So we've got the Hall of Music. Let's now get the Hall of Culture. And Buzzard Doom has the stables, so we can get some more cavalry eventually. Yeah, Buzzard Doom isn't a place of military forces, it's just a place of economy. At least that's what I feel like it is. Seeing that I can't make my units instantly from it. Even though the Noldor are mountain dwellers, the Teleri and the Sindar are not. They long for the sea. Or we can get some more new units of Mitchell Delving now. Oh, this is going to be fun. As for Bree, things are going well. Kurdan's about to meet at Matrife. That would mean Dol Vaughn could be under attack, but with this army, it's not. There's no chance in heaven, hell, Mandos' halls, the Timeless halls, or wherever Erus remains. Douglas would want to attack Dol Vaughn now. They may move for Bregost. Oh dear, that's a bit scary.
Elves, onward! Elven warriors, for the light!
Can we actually move out Belmyphorion from here?
Come, my brothers!
We can. It makes us 666. Oh, it's a sign. I can't tell if it's a good sign or a bad sign, but either way, it's a sign and I'm taking it. Whenever you see 666, something good or something very bad is going to happen to you. It doesn't matter if it's while you're playing a game, if you're just seeing it as a random number. Whenever you see the sign of the devil, well, at least in Christianity's terms, you know something bad's going to happen. And look at that barrow. Oh, look. Something bad did happen. The Barrowites are back again. Oh, I believe the Dunedain are bringing up more units to protect Mengelon. Other than that, they now have no enemies to deal with other than Imladris, I'm fairly certain. Oh, and Orcs and Misty Mountains. Although, where are they neighbouring? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. If they can't protect Dead Man's Dyke, we may be in trouble. Because we were once allied to Angmar, even for only a brief period. Oh dear, look at that. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think once we hold Farbad, we may have to just forego our southern adventures and start turning north. But hey, that's all speculation, that's all things for the future, because right now, I've been rambling on for so long. I'm so tired. Oh, it's been a long day, and tomorrow I feel like it's going to be even more exhausting because, depending on how well tomorrow goes, I may have a job tomorrow, which will conflict a bit with my schedules. I may do less recordings a week, but if it means I have a job, I have to make sacrifices. But before we call it an end to this part, let's save all reminder for after the weekend. We'll be fighting against the Dunlandings. Let's just leave you all on the fact that after the weekend's over on Monday, we will be at war and battling against the Wildmen of Dunland. So I hope you all have enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to keep updated on future uploads. Make sure you click the bell. Comment on if you'd like to if I can keep my uploads up at least one a day. I can do that. Obviously, I've been doing my overviews for the Dime mod on top of that. If you prefer me to try and keep one video up a day, just say so and I'll do my best. But obviously, if Obviously when I start work, if I do start work, that will be my top priority above everything else, unfortunately. So obviously this channel could suffer a few days of nothingness, but of course I'm always going to be gaming. I'm a gamer. I'm always going to be a gamer. Nothing I do will ever change that. Anyway, I will see you all next time, and farewell.